Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today is Blind Sample Showdown. So, for those of you that are new, a Blind Sample Showdown, we pick two random samples from in our collection, either now or previously in our collection. We try to guess 1 point for proof, 1 point for type, 3 points if we can guess a bottle. We got some oldies but goodies. We got some that have been in there now. We did this probably a couple months into our thing, and we got some that are still in there since I filled these up originally. So we'll see what happens.
Which sucks for me because they're not up here, and I have no idea what.
And what's the difference? You drank them as much as I did. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 71.
That's a 70.
Here's a number 20. Between 1 and 71. It's 62.
Oh my God, that is so high.
Oh, it's 63, and then come back one.
With 63, it would be 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, but I got a dog on my lap. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 70.
Here's a number between 1 and 70. It's 30.
I wanted 70. Do you see how light 70 is out there? 1, 2, 3 is 27. 28, 29,
I was playing the games prior to that, actually, so no, I wasn't looking at 70.
I just happened to look up there, and it is super light. Just so you know, in case you care, not only did we randomly put these in there, the bottle on the bottom, the number on the bottom of the bottle doesn't correspond to the spot that it's actually in anyway. So we
not even close.
No, and even when I put them in, I totally randomly, and when the things are full, I spin them around. Like we have no idea what numbers.
It gets
what
put back differently every
yeah,
time.
every time.
I'll flip around bottles.
I do it all the time. Back, so just to totally make it hard.
Is this one mine?
Yes, it is. That would be glass number 2.
Asking. I confused you because I took mine too early.
You did confuse me when you just said that, but I purposely put the one, like the different side. That's why I do it now.
Oh.
So we can't mess that up.
So he can't screw it up.
Not me. No.
No, it isn't too bad right off the bat.
I was just going to say the exact opposite. It's relatively insignificant in my glass.
No. What? It's not screaming, but it usually doesn't until you have a sip anyway, so.
All right, let's try that point. Taste is much better. The nose wasn't giving me really anything. It was like light and airy. It wasn't really doing anything. That was actually a very good sip, though. I gotta give.
It's still kind of light.
No, it's still there. That was an actual very good sip. That was much better than the nose. I was expecting. All right, here we go. We're falling back to the beginning of time. Someone made a comment the other day, just for the record. This is going back probably about a month ago, real time, about how good. Winchester was. Do you remember Winchester? Not the double barrel.
That was a long time.
That was like right in the beginning. We didn't have no shelves, no nothing. And I'm like, man, I'd like to go back and try it now because he's like, bang for your buck. It was really good. And I'm like, I think it was butterscotchy, but what I remember, but that was so long ago.
I don't remember seeing that in the comments, but maybe I missed it.
Yeah. It would be on a Winchester review, which was a year ago. Right, exactly.
I don't go back that far. I might not have tried a hot ones chip before I started this.
No, that's a good idea. You don't worry about that.
Yeah, that was probably not in my best interest.
I am
the nose
really
is not bad.
I am really bamboozled. See, and you keep saying that. To me, the nose is way weaker than the taste. The taste is not bad. I'll give you that. But it's not. I have no idea where it is because I can't narrow down what I'm thinking of a bottle.
I'm with you on that. I don't think we have this anymore. If I'm to guess.
That's where I'm at now. Where am I at a bottle? Like it's not like jumping out at me because
I'm not even sure on proof.
I agree with you. Because that's why I'm cleansing my palate right now.
I'm not sure on proof because, like I said, I just ate a hot ones chip that does not help me in my proof thing, but stupid on my part. Beans on a line.
I purposely put these things out there for a reason.
Try these, Mike. Yeah. It If he doesn't have one trick, he's got another. Here, Steve told you to try this drink. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a
He
good
did.
one.
He wanted you to try it.
Yeah, should have did it right before this show. Perfect.
Man, I am really torn on this.
I'm still gonna say I don't think we have
I
it.
will say glass 2 does look darker than glass 1 too.
I'm gonna go with this. I don't. My proof meter is a little off right now since my tongue is sparkling already, but I don't think it's hot.
No, but it drinks like a. This one might have even came out. Man, I don't know. This is a tough one.
We put in those from not Total Wine, from the other place there, Trader Joe's. We put those in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I only had 2 of those.
Mm-hmm. And I think they both came out, to be honest with you. But see, that's not drinking like this one, though. I gotta change this. I gotta change my guess. I'm gonna change my guess, but I don't think I'm right. I don't think I'm right on that one. But that one's a weird one because the nose is, to me, he kept saying it's a good one. To me, it's relatively insignificant. He had a hard time pulling on it, but the flavor drank.
Compared to what
like
we
it
did
had
the
something.
other day when we had the 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't like the redneck nose, but it was. And it wasn't kind of like
Funny you should say that.
wasn't
'Cause
like
I was
this tin cup
in,
nose.
I was in that realm. My first guess. That's exactly where I was. But I didn't say that one. I said tin cup 10 year, and then I scribbled it out because it was drinking hotter than what I remember. My very first guess, if I'm going to be truthful, was tin cup 10 year. I'll show it to you on my paper.
No.
And then I just switched it because to me.
I don't think we have this anymore.
To me, I think it drank hotter than that.
Well,
So I changed it.
Excuse me. Totally different nose.
Just actually comes with
Maybe.
something.
Whoa. Check out that little stunt, huh? Pretty good. I think it's first. I didn't have a sip yet either, maybe.
It's got some decent legs, though. I will say that. Whatever it is, I'm assuming it's going to be way more viscous than the first one.
Viscous. I don't know if it has a lot of hang time.
What you talking about, Willis? That is interesting.
I got to stop eating hot ones. That's what I know. That did not help me at all.
Okay. Wow. All right.
You think this one still exists?
I'm running through the memory bank right now. Hold on a minute. This is just. I like 2 better than 1 right now.
It's a little sweeter. It has. I think it does stick around longer.
But now it's where am I in that
That's
realm
how I am with the last one.
of possibilities. Because it's not that. Oh boy, this is a tough one. This one's a tough one. This one's a tough one again.
It's not
Anyone
hot.
who thinks this is easy, I want you to
It's
give it a
not
try.
hot.
Have someone randomly pour you 4 bottles even. They even just out of 4 bottles. When you're guessing something
Start
over
with
2 out of 200 bottles, this is a tricky game.
Is that where we're at? 200?
We've got to be upwards of that, of what we've drank. Not that's gone through here, but
What
definitely.
he drank.
All right, what I've drank. If you go from like every bottle, because every bottle didn't go in this choice,
I
but
don't-
we're,
I don't know which Steve.
but I think we're upwards of 178 right now. And I erased a bunch of them, and I
it's
didn't
a
put all the
lot of
plastic
a lot
bottles.
of, yeah, a lot of.
You know,
vitamins
so
make it in.
we're easily at 200
I
bottles.
wonder,
that
is
pumped through.
you didn't put a plastic in here?
I did. Lloyd Calvert was in here the other day, and that's a plastic bottle, and I don't remember doing that. But I may have been drinking when I filled these things originally too. So you gotta kind of bear with me a little bit.
I gotta bear with you. That's so sweet.
I remember now. I said I didn't put any of the plastic whiskey
You know,
ones.
this is bad in this.
Like any of the ones that were like more vodka than whiskey, I didn't put any of them in there. But Lloyd Calvert, I put in there because it was a Canadian. It was one of our few Canadians we had. So I do remember. And I guessed it and didn't write it down. So. I'm gonna go with that. I'm not. I feel semi-confident, but not on the second one. The first one, it's got me bamboozled. That changed totally now. This is the fun part of doing this, or the not fun part when you're actually doing it. Glass number 1 doesn't smell, now that we just came off glass number 2, it doesn't smell anything like it did when I was doing it.
All right, I'm gonna wing it.
All right, I won't change it then. So I told you originally.
Hey, take all your time you want. You think you're a mad scientist over here?
Don't make me guess it. You know why? Because I'm saying right now, guessing in my head, that's Ezra Brooks. But anyways, so
the original?
The original, it just changed. It's the original one.
So
I just switched it. I'm not going to write it down. I'm going to keep what I have. But that just switched in my head.
So that didn't come to mind. I know this, we don't have this. I know we don't.
And I guess when we did have.
You might have pulled the rabbit out of your ass with that guess.
So the
Bourbon.
Bourbon, I said 96.
No, I went 80.
Because when I first originally drank it, it was drinking hot. Now that I just went back to it, I don't think it is.
See, I got to get off them.
And I put Rabbit Hole Cave Hill. I originally had Tin Cup 10 year.
The nose is pretty good. It's definitely, because we just did that.
But then it just,
didn't have,
when I
that
just,
never had a nose
when I
like
just
this.
took that second sip, I'm like, oh, is that Ezra? That's what just hit me in the head. And I
don't
could be
think it's
100%
Rabbit Hole
wrong.
either.
I don't think it is either.
I went with Jim Beam.
White or black?
Well,
You got to pick one of them because we had both of them. We had Jim Beam white, Jim Beam black. And I'll give you either one of them. It could be.
I think black came out, so I'll go with white.
All right.
Let me write it down, white.
No, well, I'm just so we can narrow down the things.
I just think
You
it's
got the magical number though.
it's old.
I don't disagree with that.
7.
Yeah, it's
So
definitely old.
So,
Ezra Brooks 99. God damn it! I told you I fucking. I hate when I do that. Oh, I hate when I do that.
so I was off in proof.
So it's 99 proof. So I said 96. It's a bourbon. It just popped into my head when I took that last sip, and you're like, "Go ahead, Smarty, guess it." It's what it hit me with. So let me do Ezra.
And I actually
99. Dang it!
I don't even mind that one.
I got 2. No, it's good.
So again, I am not eating them chips anymore.
It's good, but that's one of them things. Oh, I should have changed it. I should have wrote it down, but hindsight's 20/20. So, what did you say?
I did that the last time with bare knuckles.
So, did you get the bourbon at least? So it's 2-1.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay. What did you say for whiskey number 2?
I got a bourbon out of that too.
I put rye.
Yeah.
I did. It had a twang to it to me. It had a little bit, not so much on the smell, but on the taste. Gives me just a little bit of the rye flavor. I said 94 proof.
You a rabbit hole again?
No.
I actually went 84.
And I said Elijah Craig rye. The Elijah Craig we just did.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I thought I remember that one being more bourbon than rye.
I
but it wasn't a
actually-
huge proof to me on this one.
So I went with 84, and I went with Bird Dog. The 84 proof.
The 84 proof? Well, we'll see right now. Oh, I can't believe I guessed it. It's 176. So it's could be. Again, how do the big numbers come out
closer
like
to
that?
you, no?
I don't.
What you say?
176.
No. What's your pick?
Elijah Craig rye. It's Elijah Craig rye at 94 proof. I would have guessed 2 for 2. I would have been on there. Yeah, I got
So
that
it's a
little
rye,
bit
I
of
got
Craig.
nothing.
So it's a rye, 94 proof, and 3 points for the Elijah Craig. Man, I would have had the Ezra too.
I am just.
I would have did a clean
bean
sweep.
Eating king.
I would have did a clean
Fucker.
sweep today. I was on fire. So there you go. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I totally did forget about Ezra. I knew it was in the back there though. That's my dilemma.
I 100%
I don't remember.
didn't have that in the beginning until
No, the
I
nose
took
was-
that
I told you,
little
those
bit
were
of a
bad.
sip on the second one, and it has like a. Now tell me,
I don't
it
get a
almost has
rye
like
out
a
of this.
nutty. Oh yeah, no, this is why we liked it. It's in the taste. Like on the very end of the palate, you get a little bit of a mint. It's not.
Don't eat hot ones.
It's not so much on the nose. It's just a hint of a mint on the nose. It's more bourbon than rye. Because we actually said when we did the review.
Way more bourbon.
Yeah, I think we said it in the review. If you're a bourbon lover who
And
wants to
probably said
venture
I'll
into
be
rye, yeah,
Who was?
it hits me at the very end.
Yeah.
But, so it. Oh man, I would have had clean sweep. You wouldn't have been able to catch me on that one if I would have hit the Ezra. But there you go.
I guess now that you say that, you may have that hint of a mint.
It's very much because at first I was
Very
like,
minute.
It's what reminded me of the Knob Creek rye or the Jim Beam rye, where you get more bourbon than rye, but it didn't have the proof. So I was like, what did we just do? That was a rye that had that profile. Because that Jim Beam rye, if I remember correctly, was kind of like that also. Like it tasted more bourbon than rye, but overall, I like the way this game started out.
Game again.
7-1. Can't wait for Friday now.
Listen to
No,
dickhead
I
over
like
here.
that. I'm like, what? My math is off.
7-1.
Like he wouldn't be rubbing it in if I was down in there. I think he came in
What?
dancing last time I was down. I believe.
Watch when the comeback comes down and shits on this little parade.
It could very well happen. So we'll
Yeah,
see what Friday
right on.
brings.
I'm gonna get rid of
There
the
you
hot ones.
go. Blind sample showdown. Leave a comment down below. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Subscribe.